Sounds
The
good.
best rifle nobody is talking about until now.
If you're watching this and you're a patriot, then you need to check out the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. The USCCA is America's fastest growing organization for gun owners, and it's easy to see why. Members get educated, trained, and insured. All right, it's open, it's open. Do it, let me see it.
Go. 13
This is it.
Pin and Wells, American Defense. They call it the Captain Quint.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
They call it the Captain Quint because its color, the Cerakote, is bull shark gray, like Jaws.
Yeah.
Captain Quint was the captain of the ship in Jaws.
That's right.
13-9.
That we were all terrified of back in the 80s.
Scared as hell. You don't want no problem with him neither.
No. So wait, before you take it out, you can already see, you know, it's a billet rifle. So you're going to see some different cuts and things like that that you might not be used to when you're looking at regular forged stuff. But one of the features is right here, and this is the mag release, right?
Yeah,
so this is a left-handed mag release. So if you're holding it or shooting it with your left hand, you can release your mag here, lock your bolt to the rear, let it go forward. Never have to take your hand off fire control if you're a left-hander. But then if you're a right-hander, let's flip it over. They didn't forget about you either.
Oh no, there's something for everybody.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, here's the big deal right here. Obviously, you have your mag release right here, standard AR feature. This right here is your bolt hold open and bolt release. So, can you show them how that works? Technical difficulties. Hip down. You know, if you like nice cars, if you got a staccato, you probably would love something like this.
Oh man.
You know, I mean, literally, I've been really thinking about that too, like understanding the different levels to this and why people, you know, might prefer something like this. Big shout out to Federal, making it happen. This is what we shooting today. It's American Eagle from Federal. It's Federal, baby. It's about time. It's about that time.
Hell yeah.
It's about that time. We're gonna try out some of this American defense manufacturing. I got my America's on.
AD in the game.
Don't look at my ashy feet. That is not the point of this video. It's just there for humor reasons. Most rifles that are manufactured, they're overgassed. So when they're throwing the casings out of the breech, they're gonna come up around the 1 o'clock. So they'll be coming over towards this direction. A good tuned rifle is about the 3 o'clock. I like to get mine around 4 and 5 o'clock when they're tuned properly. You have to understand everything about the rifle in order to do this. So I'm impressed to see 4 and 5 o'clock clockings of the casings. Let's see, show me a couple more. All right, man, let me see. Come over here and show up. Come on this side so they can see it going in. Me doing that for the first time. I'm kind of excited about it. So got that ledge we were talking about. Watch this. Dude, that's easy to do.
I give him a press check.
Very, very nice.
Look at that. All you gotta do is drop the little lever and you in here rocking and rolling.
5-degree safety selector, perfect. Feels good, meaning it's a smooth action. It doesn't feel, you know, gritty. Doesn't feel like it's 100 pounds of pressure needed to move it. Feels awesome, nice and smooth. What I was doing right there, you saw me it's a modified up drill.
I would say that was up drilling like a mother.
Yeah. But you see, I'm using the safety selector switch. The point of doing that is I want to manipulate the gun. I want to touch all the controls. Every button, I want to push it. I want to actuate it. I want the mag to fall out. I want to lock the bolt. I want to let the bolt. The safety selector switch. This right here is your meat and potatoes. This is important. If you can't do this on your up drill, you got a little bit of work to do. So the reason why I'm doing that is because all of that self kind of lends itself to helping you come up with what you think about a rifle or a particular product. You know, how does it feel? You know, so that's what I'm doing. Obviously, shooting it, that recoil impulse was nice. Very, very little muzzle rise, meaning when you shot the gun, if this is where, after I bring the rifle up and the dot's on target, after I shoot the gun, very little muzzle rise, and then it returns right back to zero, which is wonderful without very little work. But I was going up and down up like that because I want to feel the safety selector switch, and it's also allowing me to feel the trigger, and it's helping me start to adopt what my timing is going to be as I'm bringing the rifle up, taking the gun off the safety, touching the trigger, prepping the trigger, and pressing a shot accurately. So I'm nailing my timing down, and the fit and finish of your rifle, especially the touch point that we're talking about, will help you achieve that at a much higher level. So far, so good. Yeah, man, that was good.
Further elaborate on Ken's point about the muzzle rise, a lot of that is due obviously to the gassing. A lot of that has to do with just the cycling of the rifle. But a big part of that is this muzzle device. This is the Sons of Liberty Gunworks Knox. It operates the same way as a Surefire War Comp does, where it's a flash hider and a compensator. So you see the ports on this side, you see the ports on the top, you see the ports also on the far side. So what you're getting is a real good combination of
A break.
and slash reduction.
Yeah, so you get these to help people understand these side ports, the 3 here and the 3 on this side. Those are acting as like a brake. Yeah, there's none on the bottom, good. They're acting as like a brake. So all it's doing is bleeding the gas off and reducing the recoil impulse that you feel coming back toward you. Now, so that's a plus. Even though AR-15s don't have a lot of recoil, I still want to make it easy to use. But then these 3 at the top, when that air is directed upward, it's going to help keep that muzzle rise down. Who that is? There's my wifey. So that right here is why that works so well. And this too.
Yeah.
These two. I mean,
Yep.
Dude, it shoots nicely.
Yeah. Another thing that I'll point out is that with the safety selector, this all comes from the factory appointed with Radian stuff. So the safety selector is already set to 45 right out the box. Radian. Nice positive click. Also the charging handle. Again, we mentioned they have an SD charging handle in here by Radian because I shoot this suppressed. But it comes with a Radian charging handle. So these aren't things that you have to go buy after the fact. You know, a Radian charging handle is about 120 bucks. This safety selector is like 50 or 60 bucks. So you're getting that in the package. And so you have to understand what goes into building these kind of rifles and kind of why you're paying what you're paying.
Sound on the beat.
When I was walking and shooting, the purpose of that is sometimes when I'm walking diagonally, it can introduce more bouncing into my sight picture, meaning the red dot's moving a lot more, the rifle's moving a lot more. So I wanted to press my shots while that additional muzzle rise was being introduced, because I wanted to see how the rifle was going to behave. Was it still going to return to zero like it should? Or was it going to exacerbate or just add to the bouncing that I was introducing, and it didn't. Very impressed with that. All right, so for this next little test, we're just going to do some multiple targets. And what I'm doing is transitioning from one target to the next. I'm going to pause and then take my shot. I'm pausing because I'm really, one of the advertisements or one of the things they said that this rifle is really good at is keeping the weight down towards the muzzle. So if the weight is lower at the muzzle so that you can accommodate more accessories, it should be a little bit easier to control. So the best ways to test that is transitioning from target to target. So that's what we're going to do. And they're set up pretty far apart. I'm going to have to pretty much transition about 90 degrees. So let's see what happens. I want you to see the bullet go in the chamber. Look at that. I love this. Watch this. Ooh! So, quick little first impression we did on the ADM UIC Mod 2. Really enjoyed it. All the touch controls, everything that you have to touch, your touch points, feel incredible. Fit and finish, incredible. The fit and finish regarding the upper and lower receiver where they come together is super, super tight. Hardly any play, movement, wobble, you know, when you're checking that. Everything's super smooth, man. Just the recoil impulse, long and linear, which is preferred because overall it makes that perceived recoil feel less, and it's a little easier to manage as far as driving the gun back down on target. Speaking of driving the gun back down on target, effortless. The gun wants to return to zero on its own. Zero meaning wherever you start it. So you bring the gun up, you put your dot on the target, that's zero. When you shoot the gun, the muzzle's gonna rise, the gun's gonna move back. And, you know, I wanna see, you know, how much effort does it take for the muzzle to go up and come right back down where it started. Very little effort. Accuracy, great. When I was moving and shooting, and I was in these awkward, you know, positions that were causing, you know, just because of how I was walking, it was adding more bounce to the dot and more movement in the rifle. I was trying to press the shot strategically as the muzzle was rising to see if it was going to add to it, you know, how it was going to disturb the characteristic. No problem. You just shoot confidently with this gun because you know it's going to come right back, and your follow-up shots is going to be nothing. So this is an impromptu first mag impression. American Defense UIC Mod 2, fully ambi AR-15. Yes, it's expensive, but if you like staccatos and stuff like that, you should probably be messing with an AR-15 like this. Close to 500 rounds through it today. Very pleased. I reached out to ADM. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna be in Wisconsin in a week or two. So hopefully I'll get to visit while I'm up there and meet those folks and learn a little bit more about the behind the scenes and the engineering that's gone into it. Been a long time since I've been excited about AR-15, straight up. I know you may not see it, but look, man, there's so many different companies, and when it comes to AR-15, it's really hard to come out with something new. I've got much appreciation for this rifle, and I'm excited about it. So much so, I'm gonna go and look at some tomorrow that are hopefully in stock here in Atlanta. Make sure you stick around. Big shout out to Federal hooking us up. Always taking care of us. Support them because they support us. It's a privilege to be associated with companies like that. We all know why. Shout out to everybody else. Let's see, who am I missing? USCCA, Safe Life, everybody. Wardrobe Architect, Wilder Tactical. I know I'm missing a lot of people, but big shout out to them. Go and, what'd you say?
Breakthrough.
Oh, yeah, Breakthrough Clean. Yeah, Wheeler, Caldwell, dude, the Shadow Emax Pros, legit. Support those companies. All those links and everything will be in the description. Just follow the Linktree link and it takes you to everything. But follow those links. By you following those links and purchasing through those links, we get a kickback. That's how I help support my family, and that's how we bring these videos to you free of charge. So, yeah, man, that's it. The Shadow Emax Pros are dope, man. Loving having those. They're a game changer, and especially for my wallet. So, that's it, man. Anything?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds
The
good. He ready to
best
shoot some
rifle
more.
nobody is talking about until now.
That's right. That is true. He told me that last night. Well, it's more about 1 in the morning. I told Tip that when I went inside. I was like, what the hell is you doing? But anyway, we was on the phone 1, 2 o'clock in the morning talking about this, man. And I'm glad that he has one because there's not a lot of them out there. So, yeah, man. Anyway, rambling at this point. Y'all have a good one. We love you all. As always, if you need something, hit us up. Private lessons available now. We're changing up the way we do the classes. Stay tuned for all that. Go join the Perfectus Army. Love you. Bye. Just wanted to thank you guys so much for tuning in. For more content and shenanigans, hit us up on Facebook or Instagram or on our website, perfectusgroup.org. And since I know you guys are so awesome, hit that damn subscribe and like button. Love you guys and see you next time.